Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the legendary creatures from the new Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is none other than the forgetful but powerful sage, Tellah. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Tellah the Great Sage is a 5-mana 3/3 legendary human wizard. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, we draw 2 cards. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, we sacrifice Tellah and he deals that much damage to each opponent. Based on how Tellah is worded, if we cast an 8-mana non-creature spell, we create a 1/1 colorless hero token, draw 2 cards, then sacrifice him and deal 8 damage to each of our opponents. This fits Tellah very well. Allow me to explain. Spoilers for Final Fantasy IV, a 34-year-old video game. We first met Tellah when he was trying to save his daughter, Anna. Despite being a great sage capable of casting both white and black magic, Tellah hasn't practiced magic in a long time, so he's forgotten most of his spells. He also has a very limited mana pool. While tracking his daughter down, she eloped to marry a spoony bard, we discover that the bard is actually Edward, the prince of the kingdom of Damcian. Unfortunately, we catch up to the 2 lovebirds just as Baron attacks, destroying the castle with their airship army. Tellah becomes enraged and vows to kill Golbez. His rage helps him remember his spells, and casting Meteor, the most powerful black magic spell in the world, costs Tellah his life. So, powerful magic, but at great cost. Just like his card. So we'll want to correct that mistake and have enough mana in our deck to cast big spells. At the same time, I wanted this to be a budget deck. You can easily generate infinite mana in Izzet, but I wanted to build this the old-fashioned way. If you're wanting infinite mana in your deck, by all means, please include it. But this is a budget deck and a bracket 2 deck. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these new turquoise ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Sulphur Falls, Volatile Fjord, Molten Tributary, Riverpire Verge, Ferris Lake, Cascade Bluffs, Shivan Reef, Riverglide Pathway, Frostboil Snarl, Temple of Epiphany, Silver Bluff Bridge, Barren Airship Kingdom, Izzet Boilerworks, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Scavenger Grounds, 8 Islands, and 8 Mountains. Not bad for a budget list. Our mana ramp package consists of Stormkiln Artist, Everflowing Chalice, Astral Cornucopia, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Creativity, Izzet Signet, Sky Diamond, Fire Diamond, Thought Vessel, Mind Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, Thrawn Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, and Descent into Avernus. Yes, I know that's a lot. We're casting a lot of X spells, remember? For card advantage, we've got Pull from Tomorrow, Whir of Invention, Finale of Revelation, Blue Sun's Zenith, Drown in Dreams, Stroke of Genius, Mind Spring, Even the Score, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Archmage Emeritus, Opt, Frantic Search, Dig Through Time, and Big Score. Didn't want to only have X spells in the list after all. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Shatterskull Smashing, Comet Storm, Electro Dominance, Jai's Immolating Inferno, Hell to Pay, Banefire, Fireball, Byforce, Stolen by the Fae, Negate, Counterspell, Abrade, Prismari Command, Rapid Hybridization, and Commit Memory. Mostly X spells, but a few counterspells and spot removal, as is right and proper. For board wipes, we've got Curse of the Swine, Spiteful Banditry, Earthquake, Starstorm, and Magmaquake. Yes, many of these will also kill our commander, so we'll just need to be sure to cast them for at least 8 mana if necessary. Of course, more would be better. The core of our deck consists of Crackle with Power, Tempt with Vengeance, Expansion Explosion, Mass Manipulation, Veyron, Voice of Duality, and Harmonic Prodigy. Supporting our plane, we've also got March of Swirling Mist, Swarm Intelligence, Thousand Year Storm, Double Vision, Storm King's Thunder, and Galvanic Iteration. Lots of lovely effects that make our big spells even nastier. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources split between 35 lands and 18 pieces of ramp. Heavy, but necessary for our deck's plan. 15 pieces of card advantage counting our commander. 15 pieces of interaction. 5 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds and Commit Memory. Several sudden I win cards, but mostly our copy effects. Unlike other Spellslinger decks I've done on this channel, this one is pretty straightforward. We cast big spells, deal big damage, and draw lots of cards. But here's the thing I want you to remember when you're playing Tellah. Assuming Tellah is on board, when we cast Swarm Intelligence, we draw 2 cards and make a 1/1 hero token. We then cast Big Score, discarding something we don't need. Swarm Intelligence copies it, so we draw a total of 6 cards, make a 1/1 hero token, and 4 treasure tokens. The thing I want you to keep in mind with this deck is value. We're not just here to cast big spells, we're here to copy big spells and trigger permanents. This is old school Battleship Commander. Cast big spells, have big effects, win the game with lots of damage. Please understand that this is not the most powerful Spellslinger deck by any means, but it is a good starting point for those who are wanting to try out the archetype. Are you building a Tellah Great Sage deck? What about a deck led by one of the other cards from Final Fantasy? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning the deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Nazwin, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Goldenwalker, Ernesto, and Midge. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.